So hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So, y'all, Netflix is trying to do their own Squid Game. Okay. And if y'all do not know what Squid Game is, which I don't know how y'all don't know, but if y'all don't know what Squid Game is, y'all, it is, it was a Korean, it was South Korean. It was a South Korean show that was about, people who were down on the luck. They were as low as you could be, and they were strapped for cash. They needed money, whether they were homeless or they was about to be homeless. Okay. They just needed the money. So they all signed up. I think it was 456 people. They all signed up for the Squid Game. Okay. So you go into the Squid Game, you participate in these challenges that are meant for like little kids, right? You may be like, okay, Alex, what do you mean meant for little kids? Red light, green light. I think one was like a hopscotch kind of thing, and it was stuff like that. It was like, oh wow, that's so cool. And you could win like yen or whatever. I think it was in the billions of yen that you would be making, winning and whatnot. And you may be like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. You'll be rich for life. It was great. You see the first episode and you're like, it's red light, green light. You got this chick, she's like, red light, green light. So, as the game, when it's red light, you're not supposed to move. When it's green light, you're supposed to go as fast as you can. And then once she turns around, it says red light, look. And if you move, you get eliminated, right? And it was so much fun. It was so cute. The only difference is in these Squid Games, and everyone voluntarily, participated in this. They had a chance to leave if they wanted to. Okay. If the child games was just too much for them. So what they ended up doing was, if you ended up getting caught, for example, if you didn't complete the challenge in the adequate amount of time or the allotted amount of time, okay, or if you, cheated or whatever the case may be, let's say in a red light, green light, for example, you turn around, she's like red light, green light, she turns around and then you're running. And then she turns around, she says red light. And then if you move just a little bit, and you think she didn't see you, it's like a shooter and they shoot you dead. So that's essentially what happened with all of these games. Okay. So if you ended up failing a task, you're not supposed to move, and you move, you die. And that's it. You die, we move your body, and then we're going to keep it going. All right. So once everyone's done, and there's only one person that can win these games, once there's only one person that can win the game, they get all the billions. All right. So it's a deadly game. Only one person can win. Now, tell me why your boy Netflix is like, yeah, we're going to make our own, right? Of course, they're not going to kill anyone. So this game is actually going to be based in the UK. So that's where it's going to be. But they're asking for 456 not American, but English speaking people to participate in the games, right? So it'd be really cool. What I'm just really curious about is, what exactly are you guys going to do? I mean, there's so many different children's games. You had the patty cake. Maybe you could do some kind of thing with that. In the show, they had marbles, so maybe you could do something like that. I'm sure they're going to have like some really fun games, maybe. All right. And the reason why, because have y'all seen Netflix shows? All right. But real quick, they said the cash prize of these children games or whatever, I'm assuming they're going to be children games, just like the Squid Game. They use kid games. All right. It's $4.56 million is what you would win if you won. Okay. Which is a lot of money. 4.6 just for participating in the Squid Games. Now, what all does it entail? You know what I mean? And I remember I was watching, it was one of my people that I love watching, Double Toasted, and they were talking about the Squid Games and whatnot, and they were like, but no one's gonna die. And that's the thing about it. That's what made the show like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, people got whacked. I'm not saying I want people to get whacked. Okay. So we can stop that. But I'm just saying, what are you going to do to really get people to be like, oh my goodness, that's just going to make it to be like, just not another regular reality, competition shows. Because I'm gonna be real, y'all. I've seen the Netflix competition shows, and unless it's like Britain's Next Great Baker, which is really good, unless it's something like that, they ain't good, y'all. I don't know if you've seen the show Floor is Lava. One, the title sucks, but two, I remember I was watching this, and this stuff was none but red Kool-Aid. Okay. It was like a reddish orangish Kool-Aid, and they're like, oh, floor is lava, and then they just got into the water, and I'm like, I'm not saying I want lava, y'all. I'm not saying that is what I want, but what I am saying is, can we up the ante a little bit? And what I mean by that is, can we like make it more interesting? Like maybe with Floor is Lava, for example, which all it was just an obstacle course. That's all that was. It was a cheaply done obstacle course. It didn't even look good. Okay. But if you were to do something like that, even just having the lava or even having the pieces on there, think about it. If the floor is lava, it's really, really hot. How about turn the temperature, crank that mess up in there? Maybe have them participating in the 95-degree, room. It's so hot. How about something like that? And maybe with the Squid Game, when you are doing your competitions, your challenges, wouldn't it make sense? I don't know. Like they did in the last episode I think it was the last episode, when they were actually playing Squid Game and it was raining and stuff. Have different environments like that. Don't cheap out on this. I mean, you willing to give $4.6 million out. Okay. Don't cheap out on this. I mean, if you're going to do something, do it. I would like to see, like I said, in Floor is Lava, let's make it 95 degrees up in this room. And we're going to put just a little bit of oil on these obstacles. So we're going to make it a little difficult. Okay. Or you could just have the temperature and they'll have their own sweat that's going on. And maybe this floor stuff, this water liquid, whatever, maybe you make it a little thick. So, hey, if you do fall in it, this ain't going to be something as simple as, oh, it's just a little bit of water. No, you go, no, like maybe I shouldn't have fallen in this. You know what I mean? Maybe thicken it up, make it like some red chocolate or something. I don't know. Put some Willy Wonka stuff in there. And in this Squid Game, make it hot in there too. Maybe have one where it's like a safari thing or something, and maybe you got a whole bunch of dust and you got these fans blowing this stuff in people's faces. Make it challenging, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the stuff that I've seen, it's not challenging. It's really quite boring, and I'm like, okay, this ain't really, obviously I'm not saying get snipers out here and kill some people over this. I'm not saying to do that, but I mean, make it a little fun. Have some sand, have some leaves, make it hot, add some rain, add, stimulate, a thunderstorm or something. And I don't know, make it a little difficult for people, since obviously we're not going to be whacking them, so make it a little difficult. That's how I feel. That's what I think would make me be like, oh, okay, this is cool. And let's not make it look like a game show. You know what I mean? Obviously it is a game show, but that was also one of the things with Squid Game. We just seen it from their shoes and seeing what everyone's doing, the suspense, the music, Don't be like, and now we're going to have Deborah Smith get up here. And let's see what she's going to be doing. And wow. Oh, she was almost close. Come on. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, let's save that for America's top dog. Let's save it for that kind of stuff. Let's not do that for this. I mean, if you're gonna do it, let's do it right with that Netflix cash that I know y'all got. Okay. Oh, what do you guys think would be happening? Would you participate in one of these things? My other thing, who's flying you to the UK? You know what I mean? If you from the States, how you getting over there? Is that all a part of the contract? What happens if you lose? Do you just lose, or do you have to pay that money back? I don't know. I would like to know. I want to know what your thoughts and your opinions are of this. And until then.